I'm going to go over the requirements for a primary residence, in particular documents you sign at closing. And before I jump right in, I want to point out one of the most uncomfortable questions anybody can ask their loan officer, regardless of the lender working for. It's when you're talking about buying a home and you come out with, well, what if I make it my primary residence? That question is uncomfortable because it puts the loan officer in a position of possibly jeopardizing their license and their livelihood. So what I'm going to cover in this video is what you will be signing at your closing on a primary residence. And this is in the standard security instrument used by probably 99% of the lenders at closing. Before I get into this, I want to cover a couple of things. First of all, the document I'm about to cover, you can see a copy for yourself simply by hitting the additional links in the description. And from there, you're going to go to sample legal documents. Then you're going to go to the security instruments, which will be on the upper right-hand side. And once you get there, you're going to go to standard instruments and then just pull up your state. You can open it, read the entire security instrument. The other thing I want to cover, and you're going to notice this when I read through it, is nowhere does it say intent. It says shall. And I want to point this out because I hear time and again unscrupulous loan officers, even some unscrupulous real estate agents, will do the wink, wink, nudge, nudge and go, oh, it's all about intent. Well, I can assure you it's not. The word shall is used in here, but not the word intent. So what we have is occupancy. Borrower shall occupy, establish, and use the property as the borrower's principal residence within 60 days after the execution of the security instrument. So let's hang on to that part for a minute. What does that mean? It means if you were doing a rent back, the rent back, in other words, the seller is going to rent the home back from you, either literally or figuratively. They have to be out within 60 days because you have to be able to move into the home within 60 days. You can't get a rent back longer than that, otherwise you were buying an investment property. So it says that you're going to move in there within 60 days after you execute the security instrument, and then you shall continue to occupy the property as your principal residence for at least 1 year after that date of occupancy. So after you move in, you've got to stay there for at least 1 year. I do give you a couple of outs if you absolutely have to. It says, unless lender otherwise agrees in writing, which consent shall not be unreasonably withheld, or unless extenuating circumstances exist which are beyond the borrower's control. So a couple of these. One, you get a new job, it's halfway across the country, and you got to move. Understandable. 4 or 5 months after you move into your home, you decide, hey, I want to move down the road, a couple miles away, maybe in the same town. Well, if you're doing that contingent on the sale of the home that you just bought, meaning that your home now will be sold on or before the date that you settle on the new home. Well, that's fine. Great. Because the requirement goes away with this loan being paid off, which happens when you sell the home. No problem. Easy sailing. But suppose you're buying non-contingent. Means you're keeping the present home as an investment property. Well, now you apply, check off, hey, I'm moving down the road, new primary residence. Your application gets to underwriting, and they look at the credit report. They go, hey, you just got this mortgage 5 months ago. Please go ahead and send me a copy of the deed of trust, the security instrument. Let's take a look at that. And I think you can see where I'm heading from here. Just want to wrap it up and say this doesn't always apply just because you purchased the home. People have refinanced, maybe even taken cash out because they want to buy a home down the road, and they go, well, I'm going to just take the cash out and roll it over as my down payment on a new home. Well, guess what? When you got that refinance mortgage, you did it as a primary residence, that 12-month clock starts over. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I reply to everybody. You can also reach me. My contact information, as well as the states that I am licensed in, you will find either in my profile or in the description. Feel free to contact me anytime. I'm happy to assist you with your mortgage needs, whether it's a purchase or refinance. And thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it, and have a great day.